Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't going to see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, we like where we are today. We are hanging out. We are at Lifetime Flooring, and we've got you until 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we hope that if you're out and about, if you're strolling up and down Phillips Highway or anywhere between, say, Sunbeam, Bay Meadows, University, wherever you might be on the south side of Duval, we would love to see you here at Lifetime Flooring. Now, there's some cool things that they've got going on, and you hear the drill. Prosser and Hicken talk about Lifetime enclosures, Lifetime Flooring quite often. Well, this is the first time for XL Primetime to get inside and get on the carpet. You feel that cushiness underneath you?
I feel it.
Huh? You feel that?
Imagine the carpet pattern.
I feel bouncy. I think I bounced it.
Yeah.
I like a thick pad and I like some shag, okay? So I'm all about it, right?
Yeah.
And so we are hanging out here. You come on in. Lifetime Flooring has got it set up for you. This is what they're describing, and you can make points with Mom, that's for sure. Mother's Day Ultimate Night Out. 2 tickets to the Dave Matthews Band, the concert at Daly's Place, Tuesday, end of the month, Tuesday, May 28th. And they have included in that a $150 Visa gift card. Hello. You come by, put your name in the hat. You can register. You guys can ultimately get in the drawing, and then they've got all sorts of things going on as far as getting ready for Mother's Day. So between now and Mother's Day, you guys need to come on in and check out everything that's going on. How about putting a little shag underneath Mom's feet, okay? Make her happy. Get her off her feet, actually. Wouldn't be too bad on Mother's Day. But they got their open house this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Food, drinks, discounts, special gift for moms this Mother's Day weekend. All sorts of things here that you can find out about. And it could be tile, hardwood floors, carpet, whatever it might be. Definitely check out Lifetime Flooring. We would love to see you. All right, so as we get things rolling today, we would invite you right here between Sunbeam and Phillips. Is that the easiest way to say it? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're on the west side of Phillips Highway. Yeah. If you're heading north, it's on the left. If you're heading south, it's on the right. And it's just before, or like we said, in between Bay Meadows and Sunbeam Road. All right, so we got some things to get into today. We're going to talk some Jaguar football, win totals, now that the draft is complete and you've got it all kind of put together. You can visualize what this team looks like. You got new numbers for new players, and you got a football team, including a rookie mini camp that you're going to be able to see over the course of this weekend, and then you start your OTAs after that. So we're going to get into that today, and then some college football talk as well. But we got to at least start talking a little bit about the association from last night. Leon, I'm telling you, we were sitting here talking about this yesterday, right towards the end of the show, and I felt like 3 of the 4 series, it kind of felt like it was a wrap, but I felt like Indiana could give the Knicks a good game because they kind of got jobbed by the refs in game 1. Lo and behold, they go back to the Garden, and they get jobbed again. At least that's how Indiana feels about it.
Well, yes, the first game, the last minute and a half of the game, whatever, the 2 calls that were made, you know, the knee, the ball that was supposed to go off the knee, and then the screen, they was egregious calls. But you expect if you're the away team, you know there's going to be some home cooking. Mm-hmm. And you know the Indiana coach, he didn't say anything. But the second game, where you know, Matt Hayes was talking about it. And Matt, you know, he complains about the NBA because he says that every other trip down the court, the guys are complaining, which it proved the point because he said 78 bad calls were made out of 192 plays during the game. So you're talking about 40% of the calls where guys are complaining about calls. So Matt Hayes saying 1 out of 2 calls are being made.
Let me give you the empirical numbers.
All right,
okay,
give me the empirical numbers.
For Joe, who used to laugh at me when I said this last week.
This is what you need to go ahead. You lay out this argument, and then I can't wait.
Let me give you some empirical evidence.
Yes,
the Pacers took 88 shots and had 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
All right, that's 96 possessions.
Yeah.
All right, the Knicks had 82 shots and 15 turnovers. That's again for your University of Florida math. That's 97 possessions.
I'm a little slow. Yeah.
All right, so that's 193 total plays, opportunities, possessions, whatever you want to call them. And the Pacers say that the officials blew 40% of those, okay? 40. Now, let's just be amazingly conservative and say the Knicks think 10% were blown, okay? That's 1 of every 2 plays Somebody's holding their hand up saying they got screwed.
Yeah, here's what
Just like I said, and you
Right.
laughed at me about
Okay,
it.
all right. Now here's that. This is you got to listen to this. Okay, this is XL
Now you've
Primetime.
got empirical evidence, bro.
This is XL Primetime. This is groundbreaking, I think, because Matt is walking. He thinks he's walking me into a trap. I'm walking into hell. Yes, I'm right. Is what I'm walking into, because I think to myself, and they broke it down, and Rick Carlisle, who coaches up the Pacers, who is a championship-winning head coach in the NBA, okay, he said this is ridiculous, and we'll pull the soundbite where he basically talks about it. Small market team is what he mentions. It's got to have a chance to win in this environment. But the bottom line is, what I love about what Matt points out is that they broke down tape the other night, and they said that there was something in the neighborhood of 29 calls, something like that, from the first game that they felt like they needed to. They had a problem with them, and then they add in another 39 or whatever the total number is, 78.
Well, 78 from the second game.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. This is what makes me laugh. He says that he complains that they complain about calls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
For my money, this is actually good evidence that they have something to complain about. This makes me right. This makes me not wrong. This makes me right because
So
whenever,
you think every
because-
one of those 78 calls they were right about?
So you're saying that every time they go up and down the floor, they complain, which means you imply that they're whining, that they think that they were unjustly fouled and no whistle and all this.
No, I
and
think
yet,
they're a bunch of crybabies is what I think.
okay, and yet the actual team and the head coach who's won championships is saying this is BS. We are going to figure out a way to get better calls, better officiating in this game.
Well, Joe,
Well, he can't be a crybaby too?
Well, I don't know, but I look at it. If you see enough of them not go your way, you're probably going to have a problem with it too.
Well, Joe, if you're the away team, you kind of figure that you're going to get some home cooking.
Yes.
But some of the calls down the stretch, especially in game one, were egregious. I mean, they were bad.
Yes.
I mean, and for instant replay not to be used at that particular moment when the game was on the line, where the ball did not touch the knee, the hand, that kind of stuff where I understand. Or the screen where the guy who got hit from the screen, he was flopping. That screen did not buckle his knees like that, him fall back. I mean, some of that stuff is almost soccerish.
Like the one where they showed the one guy from behind
just pushed
pushing
him in the back, and no call was called.
Yeah, nothing was called.
Yeah, but listen, I think the Indiana coach had the point that when he was in his presser, he was saying that, we're small market, and he was basically saying, you know what, the NBA wants what it wants. In his own term, he said NBA wants what it wants.
This one looks pretty
But
obvious.
give us a chance to win a ball game.
Yeah.
I know we're small market. I know that you're hoping for Boston Knicks. I know you want one of the, but give us an opportunity to play and win a game.
All right, so you guys chime in on that 641-1010. You can get the text line designed
Why
by
are you
Lifetime
laughing,
Enclosures.
Matt Hayes?
I love that
Because
Matt
it's
made the point for me.
ridiculous.
What's
I think
ridiculous?
this is awesome.
It's ridiculous
All
that
right.
they think the league is zeroing in on a team that's not a big market team because they don't want a small market team in the finals.
No, I didn't say that.
I know you didn't say that,
yeah.
that's the narrative that's out there right now.
Yeah.
They're worried about a small market team getting into the finals. What are they going to do when Ant leads the Timberwolves to the finals?
You
Then
were
what?
saying it yesterday. You said, God forbid, they got the Pacers and the team.
I did say
in
that.
the NBA Finals. All right, listen, this is something that will bring us all together. Big Search, I think someone's got something for you.
Oh, this is my man.
Yeah? Who you got?
This is my man.
Okay, he's bringing his table over there.
Yeah, he's bringing the tape. He's bringing some barbecue samplers for us.
We got the food truck outside.
Oh yeah, the food truck's outside. Yes. Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Oh well.
Be careful for that table. Do not let that one fall on
Do
the
not
shag.
let it fall on the nice carpet.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can put it
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you can put it right there. That's perfect.
They're taking care of our man, Big Search. That's for sure.
Well, no, see, they're taking care of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
So
true.
that
is true because we want to be like food brings us all together. That's for sure.
Oh, it does absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it, and it's just kind of driving me crazy that was it bad officiating? Was it the actual refs wanting the Knicks to win as opposed to the Indiana Pacers? I know that there is some chatter that's always surrounding any of these games, the big market versus small market, all that kind of stuff is always out there. We're going to say hello to Tim Donaghy, who's always a controversial figure when it comes to officiating because he was the one who kind of got caught up in the web, wrote a book about it. They did a Netflix piece on it, and so we're going to say hello to him in about a half hour's time. But bottom line is you guys let us know whether you think the Pacers are getting jobbed. RJ, you can pull up that soundbite from Rick Carlisle where he basically says, just give us a chance.
Well, here's a chance. I mean, in some respects, the Pacers are whining because when Brunson went down for that first half, I mean, why didn't you seize the opportunity? They went up 10. But when he went down, he was clearly hobbled. He still made points. You're supposed to take advantage of that type. If your all-star goes down and you've got him not playing for about 2 halves, then, I mean, there's no reason to be complaining. You should
He
take
was out
advantage.
almost 2 full periods, and the Knicks still scored 130 points.
Yeah.
How
think-
about this? How about play a little defense?
I was going to say maybe the bigger point is that the Pacers are trying to hide behind bad officiating because they got bad defense. They play LSU defense right now is maybe what they're dealing with, because they did let a lot of opportunities, and you could throw the numbers out again. Just the number of points versus turnovers were pretty sizable for the Knicks. And Jalen Brunson continues to make the most out of a shot clock, to just constantly get himself in a position to score. You can go down the line with the 3 guys that have been big
The Nova
for
Knicks.
them. DiVincenzo and Hart, those guys they really have been big.
Yeah.
For the New York Knicks. That's for sure. All right, 641-1010. You can jump on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Let us know what you think about that. I want to get to the Expo, RJ, because we can get this, and this might even be a 2-dayer, because now that the Jags have completed the second half of the offseason mission, which is to go get players that they think can contribute right away or build depth, however they looked at it, they went and made their choices. Now, where is Duval at when it comes to dubs in this football team? Did they do enough good in the offseason to get back on top of the AFC South? Because most people regard this division as looking like it's going to be ultra competitive with what Houston did last year, what Jacksonville did the year before. So, RJ, you're going to put this out on X, correct?
Absolutely. So our X poll question, presented to you by the good folks from Beaver Chevrolet and Beaver Toyota. Now that the draft is in the books, how many wins do you foresee for the Jacksonville Jaguars this year? Do you think they finish with a plus 500 record but don't make it to the playoffs? Are they going to be at 8 wins, 10-plus wins, and go back to the postseason? Or do they finish below 500? Look us up on X. Just search at 1010XL and let us know your thoughts there.
All right, real easy to find. At 1010XL, definitely let us know. Your instant answer. What's the first thing? Instant answer. You got
Comes
4
to my
choices.
mind.
Huh?
I think they win. I think they win 10 games.
Okay, so
and I think they're a wild card. I don't think they win the division right now as we speak.
Okay.
I think they go 10-7.
Okay, because I'm dying to find out whether or not, schedule-wise, how it sets up for them,
Right.
whether they've got a clearer path or a better path than maybe Houston. What do you think? What's your
There's a lot of July Joe already on these
I know.
notes.
I love it. I love it.
A lot of 10-plus wins in the playoffs.
I'm a maybe guy now.
My
like
gut
that.
reaction
I'm
is
a maybe guy. Maybe we can.
I'm really concerned about that offensive line. I'm gonna go with 8 wins.
You're going to go at 8 wins.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about that O-line, man.
Listen, I got to listen. Oh, that's a low number there, dude. After back-to-back years of 9 wins.
You know what? I'm going to go plus 500, but no playoffs. In other words, 9-8.
Okay, so you're going to go 9-8 again.
Wow.
I'm putting them back in the postseason. I'm just trying to be the believer. May means maybe, and so I'm thinking maybe they can go on a run. And so I do like the idea of double digits getting back to the postseason and getting them there. So you guys jump in on that and vote. Now
let's be very clear here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see them win 11 games or 12 games.
Well, of course.
Get a first-round bye. Yeah, of course.
But right now you see 8 wins?
Right now I see like 9 wins because of I don't think they did enough on the offensive line to change the direction of how they finished the last month and a half of the season.
Yeah. And look, the one part that I will 100% agree with you on is you've got to get a 3rd and 1 and you've got to stop a 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And those are the 2 major things that they did not do well last year.
Well, here's the thing, man. I agree they haven't done enough with the offensive line, but do you think as a coaching staff, offensively, they could change the mindset of the offensive line?
I think
to
they
where,
believe that,
where,
yeah.
Where they could be a lot more aggressive, be
Yeah.
a lot more tenacious, a lot more, physical up front.
Let me ask you this: could coaches do that to you?
I didn't need motivation.
No, not you. I mean, you
I'm
like
saying-
one of your teams. Like, were you ever in a situation on a team, Steelers or Jags or any of your teams, okay, where you clearly saw that there was an offensive lineman or multiple, plural, singular or plural, that had the ability but didn't have that dog, right? Did you ever see or have a watch a coach get that out of a guy?
Well, yes. Yeah. The template when I was with the Steelers, actually, I keep referring to this. When we lost to the Jaguars, the template when we went back went back to we were 3-4. When we went back to Pittsburgh, all we did was focus on what we did good at, which was running the football.
Right.
We didn't have any periods where we passed the ball. We just got back to the business of running the football. And we had inside run, middle drill, all that.
Every
kind of
period in
stuff.
practice.
Every period of practice was
wow.
run. We did not pass because we were stymied. I mean, the Jaguars at that particular time stymied our run game. We was number one, so we went back to the business of being tough, physical, and aggressive.
Do it again.
That's what we did. No, we went after it. And that,
So
that,
you
that
think
template,
that can build that?
That template, that mindset of what we're going to be, who we are, which is a run game. Hey, listen, I told you, we went whole practice where we did not throw the ball. We ran the ball whole through practice.
All right, keep talking to me. You're starting to believe. Turn me into a believer.
See, and that's what happens is that they are going to have to get tougher, Matt. There's no question in my mind. We all agreed at the end of the season, in physicality, they failed. Okay,
they did.
They got enough in physicality. This is a football team that got beaten up, scarred, mauled, really knocked down in the month of December and early January.
Well, the physicality went south is because if you think about all the plays that we ran, it was us moving. And, it was us going sideways. It was toss games. It was countering because we had to play to our strength. We didn't have any maulers on our front line. We didn't have any guys. You could just tell by the fact that we couldn't get 2 or 3 yards on short yardage. So what we did was we tried to finesse teams. You can't finesse teams.
Cute.
Don't finesse teams. When it's 3rd and 1, line up too tight. Let's go get it. If I beat my man, we win. That's the kind of mindset you got to have with this team.
All right, so here are some of the gambling numbers right now. And like we said, go to X, vote on what you think the win total will be for your Jacksonville Jaguars. How many dubs for Duval now that you've seen everything come together? Doesn't mean they still won't do one more, 2 more things once they get through this draft and take a look at the rookie minicamp and all that. They still may go out and sign a guy, may bring a guy back. Who knows? But here it is right now. Betting totals. 11.5 over-under number, okay? 11.5 over-under number for these teams. Baltimore, Kansas City, San Francisco. Those are the teams at the top of the heap. So most of them have 11.5, or not most of them. Those are the 3 teams that have 11.5.
That's the highest number.
Yeah, that's the highest number. Then the next number, 10.5, which is Buffalo, Cincinnati, Dallas, they get so much love, Detroit, and Philadelphia. So those are 5 teams at the 10.5 mark. 9.5. Atlanta, Green Bay, Houston, Miami, the New York Jets. 8.5. You ready for this? Chicago, Cleveland, Indy, Jacksonville, the Chargers, and the Rams. So Jacksonville is right at that tipping number. Are you a below 500 team or are you above 500 team? That's what they're looking at. Somewhere between 8 or 9 wins.
Which is perfect for what I did. I said 8 wins, and I said, 9 wins.
Yeah, 9. And so
it's literally
there you are.
right there.
Yeah, 8.5. Now, are you willing to bet over 8.5? Because that's a winning ticket if you're willing to do that. Real quick, 7.5. The Vikings, the Saints, the Steelers, the Seahawks, the Bucks. There's nobody that sticks out at me because Pittsburgh's still trying to fix their quarterback problem with the choices that they have up there with Russ and Just. And Minnesota goes out and drafts a quarterback. They still have a guy up there in Darnold. We'll see what New Orleans does. Seattle, is it going to last as far as what they've been able to do with Geno? They're definitely a fun, tough football team. The Buccaneers with Baker coming back. How much has he made down there as a quarterback for the Bucs? 6.5. The Cardinals, the Raiders, the Giants, the Titans are at just 6.5 over/under win total, and the Commanders. And then the lowest is Denver, New England, and Carolina with 5.5.
Titans had a pretty good offseason. Not only free agency, the draft as well.
Like, I look at what they did. We did their offseason at the end of last week, and we can bring it back up because it wasn't a bad group. But it also, like J.C. Latham as an example, you're going to reach that high for a guy that's going to play right tackle? And that's what they did.
Well, they tried with Skoronski at a tackle, and it didn't work. So they had to move him to guard, so they had to have a tackle.
Yeah, they did. Oh, yeah. And then they, we'll look at their class again. But the Titans, look, they're fired up just like anybody else. Everyone's 0-0 right now, trying to figure out, what it's going to take that step towards the postseason. All right, you guys jump in on that. We got some college football that we were going to throw at you coming up in just a bit. Tim Donaghy about 20 minutes away, as we'll talk a little bit about whether there is some bad officiating right now and whether they're trying to get the Knickerbockers up against the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's very possible, very possible. All right, now Denmark is engineering here.
Yeah.
RJ's back at the Palace, and Denmark is here doing double duty. Are we in full focus, Denmark? We look good? Do we? I know that's debatable, but they can at least see us in focus. All right, you're the man. All right, so you can go to YouTube. You can search 1010XL, and you can find us there. You can throw a comment, jump in on your win totals for your Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think Big Searcy is going to sample some food truck. What's the name of it? The name of the food truck?
Moore's Barbecue.
Yeah, so they're definitely setting you up, that's for sure. It is XL Primetime from Lifetime Flooring. Drop on by. You get a chance to register for Mom with that Ultimate Mom's prize, Mother's Day, celebrating it this weekend. $150 gift card to go with a pair of tickets to go see Dave Matthews at Daly's. Yeah, you definitely want to drop on by and put your name in the hat. Check it out right here on Phillips Highway. Lifetime Flooring.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
I just want you to meet some people and find out whatever you can about them.
What type of people?
Dangerous, dirty, tattooed, uncivilized, your kind of people.
1010XL.
Mia here. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you never miss a shot to cash in on a play. You can even live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide, cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sportsbook. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with house money using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. If you're ready to upgrade your home's backyard living appeal and just need some design inspiration, let the experts at Art of Natural Stone make your outdoor living perfect. Known for summer kitchens, gazebos, pavers, patios, and pool decks using all natural stone. All the custom elements you need for a first-class professional design, and they do installation. Open to the public on Phillips Highway and on Beach Boulevard. Find ideas online at artofnaturalstone.com.
Parents, now is the time to sign up your kids for the best basketball camp in the 904. Tommy Houlihan's basketball camp in Jacks Beach. 2 sessions now open and ready for registration. 1 week in June, 1 week in July. Tommy Houlihan also has an all-sports camp as well. Grades K through 6 are allowed, and camp runs all day with extended hours available. Keep your kids active this summer with Tommy Houlihan basketball programs and all-sports camps. Register today at TommyHoulihanBasketball.com.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous, don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Get recruiting tips and advice from area coaches, pros, athletes, and their parents.
So you gotta up your game.
Plus, better ways to train as B3 Better brings you the Amateur's Edge Show. Saturday from 11 to noon on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I know you've heard this before. Why is it so hot in this house? Well, summer's already here on the First Coast, and those soaring temperatures can do a number on your AC. And when they break down, we need them repaired in hours, not days. This is where the good folks at Fenwick Home Services have you covered. Fenwick offers same-day, 24/7 service, and if you need a new AC because yours is on its last leg or already broken, Fenwick has next day installation. That's right, next day installation, and can keep you and your family cool and comfortable all year long. Now here's the best part. Call Fenwick day or night 24/7, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com, and stay cool and comfortable all year long.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I9 Sports love giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing sports. Summer and fall registration is underway, and if you log on to i9sports.com, you'll see all they've got to offer for kids 3 and up. And don't forget to enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount on registration. Year-round sports all across the First Coast, from St. John's, Duval to Clay. Summer and fall registration open right now. Fort Family Field in Westside Middle, or online at i9sports.com. Get your kids in the game with i9.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Corona's the cold one you're craving all spring and all summer. Celebrate the season from Cinco de Mayo on. Always refreshing, always hitting the spot. And with Corona Premier, it's only 90 calories and pairs perfectly with almost any appetite or adventure. It's easy to enjoy the summer sun when you know you're reaching for a cold Corona is only a cooler away. Find it at your local grocer or convenience store. Corona Premier. Light and refreshing. Perfect for any day or night under the sun.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, it's Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. If you're like me, you're getting crushed by rising costs of everything these days. I get it. It's brutal, and credit card rates are ridiculous and going higher. That's why at Loan Pronto, we launched our Express Equity Line of Credit to bring you the relief you and your family need, using your home, your most valuable asset. We've helped thousands of people like you get fast relief with cash. The average homeowner who does this gets tens of thousands in just days and is able to save $850 per month in overall expenses. I'm talking life-changing money. Your money that you have access to right now. Listen, if you're ready to get control of your finances and get off the hamster wheel, call Loan Pronto. You can get approved for Express Equity Line of Credit in just minutes, and we can get your cash in less than a week. Stop digging a deeper credit card hole today. Call Loan Pronto now. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS consumeraccess.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So the numbers negotiation-wise in the NBA, they're talking about whether or not, say, maybe NBC could jump in, take the TNT package. Ernie says he's staying no matter what. Chuck could be up for grabs. Well, anyway, NBC Universal is nearing a deal for the third NBA package, and they are planning a basketball night in America telecast. Are you ready for this? And this is something we can't truly appreciate, but these numbers still blow my mind. So Comcast, NBC Universal, is going to put a $2.5 billion annual package together for basketball night in America.
For how many games?
Well, it doesn't say necessarily, but it's going to kind of follow the theme of football night in America. You figure you have I would say, 82-game schedule, 16 weeks, actually probably in the neighborhood of 24 weeks. So you could have, I would think, 28 Sundays, 28 Friday nights, Saturday nights, whatever night they choose.
So they're going to compete with college and pro football? I don't know how well that's going to work. Mm-hmm. You might have to wait till the season's over before they start that package. I'm just telling you.
You might have to wait till February.
Exactly. If they're talking about putting together packages on Friday and Saturday and Sunday during the football season,
that ain't gonna work.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, $2.5 billion. If you're going to spend it smartly.
Yeah, spend it smartly.
You're probably right. But there you go. Basketball night in America is what they're talking about. Because we've been talking a little bit about the association. We're going to say hello to Tim Donaghy coming up in just a little bit. One of our guys on the text line, and you guys can hit us 641-1010 text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Can we talk about the game and not the refs as a Knicks fan, LOL, which did crack me up. And just so we make sure we got the numbers right, because this is what we were talking about a minute ago as far as the numbers go, is that it was 29 and 49.
Yeah.
That is what added up to 78. So not 78 last night, Matt. It was over the course of the first two games.
Well, listen, we can't be naive in thinking that the NBA is basketball and the entertainment. It's all about getting eyes, people to watch TV. Now, I'm not saying that anything is staged or set like that, but I'm just telling you that what would be more attractive to the eyes and to the viewing public if the Knicks and Boston are in the finals. And I'm just saying, as the away team, you got to understand that there's going to be some home cooking. You got to find a way to succumb that or surpass that and play ball, because the Indiana Pacers had every opportunity when Brunson went down to take advantage of it, and they didn't. They still got outscored when it was all said and done.
Yeah, they do have to. I think it's a good enough basketball team to compete. I want to see what they do when they get back to their house, because they are a good, electrifying type of club that can get up and down the floor. But you're correct. When it comes time to make stops, they did not make stops.
Yeah, and I think the Knicks did a good job. I think that the Pacers ramped up the game and made it more of a speed, and I think that the Knicks obliged, because initially I thought that was going to be interesting, that the Pacers like to ramp up the game and go a little faster as far as tempo goes, and the Knicks went toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, the Pacers also weren't hitting shots.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they weren't shooting well from the perimeter, and that killed them. They're a perimeter team.
Right. Yeah. All right, so you got that out there. We talked about win totals with your Jacksonville Jaguars. We definitely want to get in on that. Let's play the Rick Carlisle clip real quick, and so you NBA fans can at least jump in on it. We did get one from the text line, hey, Jags get hosed by the refs all the time. So you can't help it. Every team thinks their team, every fan base thinks their team gets jobbed. But here's Rick Carlisle talking about that small market and the fact that he thinks that they're not getting a fair shake.
I'm always talking to our guys about not making it about the officials, but you know, we deserve a fair shot, you know, and it's just there's not a consistent balance, and that's disappointing. So, give New York credit for the physicality that they're playing with. But, you know, their physicality is rewarded and ours is penalized, just, you know, time after time. And so, you know, I'm just really disappointed. Just really disappointed.
What you're saying, if you've got an issue,
go get a tissue.
They had five.
It did kind of sound like he was close to tears, just a little bit.
The Knicks had 5 more free throws than the Pacers.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. That's
not
a lot.
And when he mentioned give us a shot, how about making a shot?
That's not a lot, Matt. You are correct. All right.
They had Pacers had 17 fouls. The Knicks had 14 fouls.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs, man.
Oh, yeah.
Suck it up.
Yeah, and all they're talking about is, for my money, forget about the numbers. We just said 29 and 49. It's the finite moments where there was a double dribble called when there clearly wasn't a double dribble, kickball called when there clearly wasn't, you know, those types of things. A moving screen that you've seen happen over and over and over. Anyway, those are the ones that are probably driving them crazy.
Well, the most interesting thing that was said to me when I was in college, when Miami played Notre Dame, is that Jimmy Johnson said, if you play in South Bend and you let the refs win the game, you're going to lose it. So basically, he was saying, don't put yourself in a position where the refs have to choose on a call or a play that's going to cost you the game. So he's basically saying, blow them out.
Don't give them the ability to do that.
Exactly.
Right.
That's right. If you want to, the Indiana Pacers, because they're easily blowing them out, and the rest wouldn't have been a factor.
That's it.
That's how you handle the ref. You blow them out, so the rest don't be a factor towards the end.
Never give them a reason to make you feel like something was taken away from you. Now, you can take away from the show today to come here on Saturday at the absolute minimum with their open house. Lifetime Flooring will be set up. They have a great little setup for you with their afternoon, well, actually a full day of savings. And all you got to do is make plans to be here. You can come on out. They will have all sorts of things going on throughout the day. Open house from 10 to 3 p. Food, drinks, discounts, special gift for moms on the Mother's Day weekend, and you can definitely drop by anytime. I'm looking around. I'm seeing Pet Perfect. I'm seeing Dreamweaver. I'm seeing Shaw Floor. So they got a lot of the big-name brands, and you want that little comfort under your feet. Of course, tile, hardwood flooring, the whole deal. You can get it right here at Lifetime Flooring. And if you drop by today, you've got a chance to win 2 tickets to the Dave Matthews Band concert at Daly's Place May 28th and a $150 Visa gift card. You want to look like a champ? camp for Mom, just get by here before 4 o'clock and get your name in the hat, get it registered to win. Now, did you give RJ the Will Levis sound? Do you have that?
I did.
All right, so because we're talking about win totals with your Jacksonville Jaguars, you can go to X. You can vote on where you think this team could land in the win column. We're going to see the schedules unveiled next Wednesday night, so we'll have a real clear picture of how many wins you think you can get based on the way the schedule lays out. But vote now on X at 1010XL on our XLP primetime question. Will Levis, as the offseason's unfolding up in that Ville, just like this Ville, here's what he had to say about his club.
I love it. I mean, for one, it means that they're not afraid to make those investments and they want to go win, which is awesome to see. And we know that we had the guys to make it work, but adding more guys certainly doesn't hurt, and it creates more competition and more options. And I'm just excited to work with obviously the rookies who will be here today, and then when TB gets here to get the whole kind of group together, it's going to be awesome. For one, even like when we sign TB, like obviously there might be some guys who might not feel great about it at first, just because they might think that their opportunities might be limited then. But I think it's on me to just instill confidence in those guys and tell them that if anything, it's just going to push you harder, and that regardless of who it is, that we know that we're going to put the best player on the field, and they got to trust that. And I think it's going to be great for all of us. Just great to have that environment of competitiveness, and everyone's going to get better because of it.
Well, I look at that, and he's excited because they're serious about what they're doing in the offseason, and they're not in rebuild mode. They want to win right now, and you can see by what they did in free agency. You can see by what they did in the draft. They're trying to put pieces around him, which is what we say all the time, pieces around Trevor, to help him reach his ceiling. Mm-hmm. The Titans are not going away, and the Colts aren't going away, the Titans aren't going away, the Texans aren't going away. This is going to be a really competitive division in 2024.
Yeah. But if I'm looking at the Tennessee Titans, I'm looking at a fracturing of an old group that had a lot of good going on for a long time, and I'm just not seeing as much added in this offseason that would scare me at all.
Ridley's a good pickup. Tony Pollard's a good pickup.
All right, first off, Tony Pollard put him in the category of old and broken running backs. Okay,
he's not old.
Well,
he's not old.
Hey,
he was injured, but
running backs get older faster than anybody.
The injuries to Darby and Savage. So all these guys at the Jags sign with all these injuries, it's just this injuries.
No, I put
Tony Pollard. He's old and injured.
I put a huge question mark next to Ronald Darby's name. Huge question mark next to his name.
They signed Lord Cushenberry, a young center,
as
opposed to a guy that has a history of injuries.
Okay,
and is on the downside.
Mitch Morse's been healthy for the last 2 years, 100% healthy, and has played on a winning football team. Anyway, why I laugh when I hear that Tony Pollard's a good acquisition, but Ronald Darby isn't. And I think to myself, wait a minute. Calvin Ridley, $50 million guaranteed. That's a great signing for Tennessee.
The difference between Ronald Darby when he's healthy and Tony Pollard when he's healthy, it's not even close.
Right. That team is changing. That team is not going to be the same team. It's going to be a run-centric team.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard's going to have a little bit of involvement for sure.
You got to put it in perspective. All right, he's your starting quarterback. You got new players. You got new energy. All right, all these guys have congregated in the locker room, in the meeting room, in the weight room. You're excited about the new foundation that you have with the team, whatever, and that's why you're a little enthusiastic. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I
got no problem with that.
What one team's trash is another team's goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all talking about the guys that's injured here, this, and that. Maybe those particular teams, they weren't wanted. But here, listen, with fresh new start, Matt Hayes. It's fresh new start.
What are you looking at me for? I'm just trying to get some kind of balance here, that's all.
It's the sweet smell.
Listen, I was laughing earlier.
Flowers blooming.
I mean, what are you talking about balance? Okay, listen, that football team.
I mean, you're like talking about Mitch Morse. You're like, who would you rather have, Morse or Cushenberry?
I'm going to say right now the experienced guy that knows how to knock people off the ball. That's what I'm going to say. Who would you rather have, Will Levis or Trevor Lawrence, saying that?
It's funny you should say that because I saw a text from the text line brought to you by good friends at Lifetime Enclosures. How many quarterbacks would you guys take over Trevor is the text.
Now?
How many guys right now in the NFL, considering age, what he's done already, age, future, everything, potential.
Right.
How many would you take right now?
Let's just start with the AFC.
All right.
All right.
I'd
fire away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
There's one.
I'd probably put it at a dozen right now.
So if you're starting the AFC West, let's go. Okay.
No, I'd go Josh Allen. We'll just go through
Let's
the
go
AFC.
team by team. Broncos. No, you're not
Okay.
taking their quarterback.
No.
Chiefs, yes, you are.
Yes.
Raiders, you're not.
Nope.
Chargers.
No. We
No,
beat him. What are we going to take
they,
him for?
They beat Justin
We
Herbert
beat
in a
Justin
postseason.
Herbert. Why would you want him?
When Justin Herbert had a 27-0 lead, he couldn't beat him. Come on, Matt.
Thank you.
Wow.
See, I'm
Are
glad
you
we're
kidding
not
me?
playing pickup basketball.
You're taking Justin
I'm
Herbert.
I'm telling you guys it's 50-50, that one.
No,
There's
I'm
doubt it
taking
is.
Trevor. We beat him.
Trevor.
All right, fine. We'll
Go
give you
ahead.
that one. That's
Go.
2. Okay. How about C.J. Stroud? You taking him?
No. We had one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I need to see more.
I seen 1 year of him. I need to see more. What are you talking about?
You don't need to see more of Trevor, but you need to see more of C.J.
Well,
Stroud.
after Trevor made his run to the playoffs and that question would have been asked, we would have said Trevor all day.
Okay, so
Same
far,
thing.
we're at 2, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
No.
No. Okay. Will Levis, no, clearly. Steelers, no. Browns, no, right?
No.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 3 now, right? El Boogie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 4. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
No, not right now.
I'll take him.
Yeah. Not right now.
Right now? Yeah.
No, it's
I mean,
everything.
if he's,
it's
is
right
he,
now and what
is
he could do this
Is
year.
he completely healthy?
Yeah, completely
Well,
healthy.
That's the reason I answered no is because I don't know if he's completely healthy.
All right, well, I'm telling you he's completely healthy.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll take it.
I'm saying no because he's 40-something and he is not completely healthy.
You're talking about 1 year?
I know, but I'm telling
1 year,
you,
1 run?
I'm telling you right now,
We're
he's
talking about
healthy,
1 year,
okay?
1 run.
Then
yeah,
I would take him.
I would take him.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's 5.
I love how we changed the
narrative.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, go ahead.
Tua.
No.
Okay. Josh Allen.
Tua, by the way, had a really solid year last year.
He did.
Really good step forward year, but I would not. Josh Allen,
he had a better year than Trevor.
Yeah, he had a really good year.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh Allen.
Which one? Good or bad? Since we're changing the
There's
name.
a lot of provisos going on right now with these
Yes,
things,
the
man.
answer's
A
yes.
lot
I'll take
going
yes,
on.
yes.
All right, so we're at 6 now, right?
6, yes.
All right, let's go to the NFC. Dak.
No.
No, you're not going to take Danny Dimes. Okay, here's an interesting one. Jalen Hurts.
2 years ago, yes. Last year, no.
No.
And both he and Trevor had down years.
Okay, so overall, yes
so
or no?
I'm going to say no.
You, Big Lee?
He took him to the Super Bowl.
You could say yes on
I'm
that
going
one.
to take yes.
All right, that's 7. 6 for you, 7 for him. Jaden Daniels.
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
All right, Caleb Williams.
Haven't seen it yet.
I mean, it's your right to say no,
Yeah,
but it's also like
it's
what
a big
it could
no
be
right
too.
now. Yeah,
All right.
big no.
All right, Jared Goff.
Yes.
All right, you're at 7 now.
Yeah.
And he's at 8.
Yeah. Jared Goff is good.
Here's another interesting one. Jordan Love.
I'm going to say yes right now based on what I saw last year.
All right, so you're at 8, Leon.
And this goes to what we were just talking about, the fact that we did see something good.
Wait, so you're going to say, wait, hang on.
Believe me,
You're going to say yes on Jordan Love, but not yes on C.J. Stroud?
I get to do whatever I want. It's my list. And so –
Yeah, I'm going to go Jordan Love, too.
Yeah, because believe me –
All right, so 8 and 9.
Because I was second-guessing Jordan Love, and I had to give myself a paddling on that one because he did look good at the end of the year.
All right. Wow. J.J. McCarthy.
No.
Neg?
It's a neg. All right, you're not taking the Falcons. You're not taking Cousins, right?
No.
Neg?
No.
All right.
That's another guy coming off a major injury.
You're not taking Bryce Young. You're not taking Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Baker
So
Mayfield.
No.
No.
So you're at 8 and he's at 9. All right. Kyler Murray.
No.
No.
Stafford.
Ooh.
So
a little hesitation there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Leon's at 10 now.
I'll take Matt.
You're there?
Yeah.
All right, so 9 and 10. Here's another intriguing one. Brock Purdy.
Ooh.
Yes.
You got to say yes. He
All
plays
right.
mistake-free football right now.
10 and 11.
He's
You're
on
not-
a great
and you're
football
not taking-
team.
You're not taking the Seahawks quarterback. So that's 10 for you and 11 for
Okay.
you.
Yeah. All right. All right, so that's a good one. That really is a good one. So let's keep this in mind. You guys heard it. You guys respond to it. 641-1010. Hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures as we are hanging out at Lifetime Flooring. Good exercise. What do you think? How many would you take him over? How many wouldn't you take him over? We'll get back to the association with Tim Donaghy coming up in just a second. Drop on by Lifetime Flooring as we are right here on Phillips Highway between Bay Meadows and Sunbeam. You got Lifetime Enclosures in the back. Lifetime Flooring right here on Phillips. Stop on by. Register for Mom. You can give her Dave Matthews Band tickets and a $150 Visa gift card.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers. Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
The Gators get a weekend series with a top 5 team, Florida, Kentucky. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday at noon on 1010 a.m.
Attention golfing fans, Leon Searcy here. Smoking Aces of Jacksonville are presenting my celebrity golf tournament at Queens Harbor Golf and Country Club June 14th. Tee time is at 9 a.m. Along with myself, we've got celebrity NFL, NBA, and former boxing champions who will be in attendance. Go to SmokingAcesJacksonville.com to register or become a sponsor. SmokingAcesJacksonville.com. The big fella will be there.
Prosser here. As you may or may not know by now, I did the research and decided to go with Jack's Concrete Coatings for my garage floor. OMG, as the kids would say. I can't begin to tell you how good it looks, how happy we are. We brag on it anytime someone walks in the garage. They had the job finished in one day with a lifetime warranty. That's right. As the certified Pintech dealer for North Florida, the only company offering pure polyurea, I can't wait to do my patio deck next. Call 862-2000. That's the number, 862-2000, or jacksconcretecoatings.com.
Hon, why is our lawn so stinky and muddy over there?
Where the septic tank is?
Oh, no. Yuck.
Septic alert, septic alert. Time for a spring septic clean? Call Duck Duck Rooter before the deal ends. Just $5.25 to keep your septic alive. For $525, Duck Duck Rooter will pump out your septic tank, clean your outlet filter, plus send a plumber to provide drain cleaning to your main sewer line. Call now to book 904-862-6769. DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here, and let's talk skin. Beaches Dermatology reminding you all to wear your sunscreen. Summer's almost here, gang, and that means more time outside. You're grabbing the clubs for your tee time. You're heading out to the boat. Just headed to the beach. Definitely bring the sunscreen. Hey, Mother's Day is coming up, so get your lady a gift card for some skin care. We know women love their skin. Beaches Dermatology, give them a call. I've been seeing them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Call today online at beachesdermatology.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 9, 1987, Orioles first baseman Eddie Murray is the first to switch hit home runs in 2 consecutive games.
Let's fire up the flavor and ignite those appetites. Let's slow down and smell the barbecue. Because all your favorites are smoked for hours and ready for eating when you are. From our famous ribs to slow smoked pork. Enjoy some perfection by the plateful, safely in our dining room or in the comfort of your home. With curbside pickup, drive-through, and delivery. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Come on, admit it. Almost everyone you know seems to be playing pickleball now, right? So whether you just want to learn how to play or you're ready to show off your elite pickleball skills, the Y is the place for you. Visit our brand new McGuire Family Pickleball Center at the Brown Family YMCA in Ponte Vedra Beach. 5 top quality outdoor courts and 3 amazing indoor courts where you can learn about dinks, dill ball, falafel, the kitchen, and more pickleball slang at the Y.
In sports, we love to see just who the top dog is. Even better news now, Underdog Fantasy is back. Perhaps it's you. They're back with Champions. Champions is a player versus player fantasy game where you have the opportunity to win up to 100 times in one night by beating out the pack. And you do it real simple. Real simple. Higher or lower. It's all you got to do. There's a statistical projection. You either go higher or you go lower. You add up your picks and you count your cash. It can be as simple as coin flip, higher or lower, or you can use all the resources they have on a terrific app. I got on the app this week, played around with it, learned it inside and out. Yeah, so my contests haven't gone so great yet, but hey, that's why there's more season. So, discover what Underdog Champions is all about and go right now to your app store and download the Underdog Fantasy app today. Use promo code PROSSER and you'll get your player special plus a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code PROSSER.
Spring has sprung. What a great time to get your house ready forever. Stop paying for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or business. Rhino Shield's beautiful durable coating. Never chip, crack, or peel. By the way, they back it up with a 25-year warranty. No mold, no mildew, no algae. All while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting it. Right now, 0% financing, up to 25% off. Never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Book your free estimate today at rhinoshieldjacks.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinders Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Hanging out at Lifetime Flooring right here on Phillips Highway. Got a chance to win Dave Matthews Band tickets, $150 Visa gift card, courtesy of the folks at Lifetime Flooring. So thanks. If you have dropped by and registered, or if you can make it, definitely do it. Vandy, man, just drop by and put his name in the hat. Joe C., Leon Searcy, Matty Hayes, we hang out. Denmark Engineering here, RJ back at HQ. Let's say hello to Tim Donaghy, who was a longtime official in the NBA, and we all know the storyline coming out of last night was what's wrong with the officiating. Are they hosing the Pacers and helping the Knicks? Tim joins us now. How are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. And, look, I can't help it. I have to admit it to Tim because, Tim, we all know what unfolded as far as your officiating career, and we'll touch on that coming up in a bit. But whenever I see stuff like this, I think of Tim. I say, hey, Tim, what do you think, man? And so when you see what we would say is either a lopsided number of calls going against one team, not called in the other team, or crucial mistakes being made by officials, you can't help but think, hey, they're helping the Knicks. Rick Carlisle said it. What did you think of it?
I think there's no doubt that when you look at officiating in that series, that there's been a lot of calls that have gone against the Pacers and for the hometown Knicks. And, you know, not like any other sport, the NBA, for some reason, the fans can control certain referees and, you know, they're able to get the benefit of the home whistle a lot. And it's very lopsided at times, and, you know, that's why the NBA has a problem because it's not even officiating for the home team and the away team.
Tell me, I mean, as the away team, you got to go into the game with the perspective that the home team is going to get that many calls because you spend most of your time complaining with the refs. You lose your focus of the game, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt. But, I mean, there's certain referees that you love to see when you're on the road. Back in the day, it was Joe Crawford and Steve Javie. And I think today, if you're on the road and you see a Scott Foster or Tony Brothers, you know after years of experience of being in the league that the home crowd isn't going to really affect them. And, in fact, they like when the crowd comes down on them, and they continue to give the road team those calls that they can. So, you know, when you're a coach, you love to see certain referees and you hate to see others.
Tim, is there a pressure, be it subtle or not so subtle, of getting big market teams into the conference finals and then the NBA finals? Is that because, you know, you hear that narrative all the time? Well, the NBA wants, you know, Boston and LA because they're huge market teams. Do you believe that?
Absolutely. When I was there, they used to put us in a room during playoff time, 11 o'clock in the morning, and show us plays that they wanted us to concentrate on that night and make sure that we didn't miss. And they would always be for those big market teams, and always go against those smaller market teams. If they always be favoring the team that's down in the series and going against the team that's up in the series. So it's a matter of, you know, creating as many games in the series as they can and more revenue.
We're talking with Tim Donaghy. You can definitely go back and hear some of the stories and accounts and how he was involved. The book called Personal Foul, first-person account of the scandal that rocked the NBA. And I'm wondering, Tim, at least it's your opinion, if you do think it's true that carried over, kind of the example you just gave. It didn't matter commissioner to commissioner. You still feel like that maybe is kind of the theme that they do?
I think so. I think it's all about the bottom line. I mean, we remember 10 years ago where they were so against gambling, and now all of a sudden they're partners with a lot of companies in regard to gambling, and that's because it's going to increase their bottom line. It always comes down to the revenue and creating a bigger revenue stream for everybody.
Now, Tim, how hard is it for referees to be neutral when it comes to different personalities? I mean, guys you like, guys you don't like. I mean, you're not robots. I mean, guys who create these templates to where they're confrontational, and guys who are how does that determine who gets calls and who doesn't get called? I mean, does that factor in personalities of players?
Absolutely. Some players, get along with referees, and some players don't. And as an official, you like some and you don't like some, and those 50-50 calls are going to go against that guy you don't like. And when you can let something go, you can if you like the guy, and if you want to really stick it to somebody, there's always something that you can find against them, a foul or violation, and hurt them. And, personalities definitely spill out onto the floor. Some of them are positive and some of them are negative. And that's why I was able to pick, the games at 80% correct, especially during the playoffs, because a lot of those personalities spilled out onto the floor between the referees and the coaches, referees and the players, and even the owners.
Tim, is there a reality to another narrative that it's the playoffs? You're not going to get these calls, and you've got to play through it.
There's a rule book and there's a set of rules, and there's no place in that rule book does it say, you don't call this during the playoffs, or you don't call this in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. If a foul or violation takes place, you're supposed to call it. And, that's why, college seems to be officiated a little bit better than the NBA, because the NBA officiates the front and the back of the names on the jerseys instead of just calling the fouls and violations as they exist in the rule book.
So we were talking about this earlier. We have Tim Donaghy on the show with us, and certainly with everything, as you mentioned, the gambling, the way it is involved and kind of has circulated around all sports these days. Who knows how many things could be manipulated or how motivated people could be to change an outcome. But last night we were talking about the number, and Matt put this out on Twitter. The Pacers took 88 shots, had 8 turnovers. The Knicks took 82 shots, had 15 turnovers, 193 plays and opportunities. But the Pacers say the officials blew 40% of the calls. And then, as we said, Carlisle comes out and says, give the little man a chance. Do you think the NBA office is going to say, hey, this is not a good look, we need to pay attention to this?
No, because I think this has been going on for the last 50 years, and it's going to continue to go on because, again, it comes down to the bottom line and global attention, and I don't think too many people are going to tune in to see Indiana playing the NBA Finals, but if the Knicks make it to the Finals, they're going to tune in. And let's not forget, back in the day when David Stern was interviewed and a reporter asked him what his favorite matchup would be in the NBA Finals, he said the Lakers versus the Lakers. So, it's definitely a situation where everybody knows what's best for the league as an official, and they know what the league dictates for them to call in these meetings, and he always favors the bigger market teams.
Tim, it's almost like it's pro wrestling. It's like it's scripted.
It's definitely not fixed, but they definitely put one team at an advantage or a disadvantage, and they do that through the officiating and telling them what they want them to concentrate on in every given night and every given game. So, sometimes we used to walk out of those meetings and say, oh, man, they really want the Lakers to win tonight. And we kind of laughed. So when you're getting graded by people that are there telling you what to do that night, and with the hopes of moving on to the next round as an official and making an extra 25 or 30 grand, you're going to do what they want you to do. Right. And that sometimes is a little bit dictated.
That's wild. It really is. All right, so before we turn you loose, and we appreciate your time for sure, the other night when you had the heating pad tossed on the floor by Denver Nugget, Jamal Murray, what did you think of that? He did not get suspended. He got fined. But what did you think of that? And that seemed to me like it was a clear cut. You got to sit the guy down, but they didn't.
Yeah, that blows my mind, to be honest with you, how you can allow somebody to do that. I think it just opens up opportunity for other players to do stuff like that, and that's not a good look for the league. And somebody could have slipped on that and gotten hurt. and could have done a lot of damage to one of those teams. But yeah, that's definitely not a good look.
All right, Tim, we appreciate it. Personal Foul is his book, first-person account of the scandal that rocked the NBA. By the way, the guy, is it Eric Mabius that played you in the 2007 piece? Is that his name?
He did. He played me in the movie Inside Game, and I thought that he did a great job. But the guy that actually played Batista, he was in the movie Three Stooges. He really did an awesome job, too.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, who would I want to play me? Like between Matthew McConaughey, George Clooney, I'm not quite sure who I would go with. But all right, so you're giving him some credit. All right, that's awesome. Listen, Tim, we appreciate it, and we hope to catch up soon, and we'll see how the NBA playoffs and finals unfold.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Appreciate it for sure. That's awesome.
That was, that's about as revealing as you can get right there.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, whenever you hear someone say, hey, just pay attention to the way this goes. This is what they like to do. This is what they don't like to do. It makes you wonder just a little bit.
It does.
It makes you wonder. All right, now, you were wondering about Lifetime Flooring. You can drive on by. You can see the massive selection that they've got. Now, you walk into any home, you probably got some choices. Do I want tile? Do I want carpet? Do I want hardwood flooring? It could be in certain areas of your house, wear and tear. You're trying to eliminate it. Anyway, they got all sorts of things that they can offer you, and especially with Mother's Day weekend here coming up this weekend, take advantage of it. Their open house, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Food, drinks, discounts. Got a special gift for Mom, and then you come on by before we're done today, like our Vanderbilt Commodore fan that just came through. And by the way, Steelers fans and Jaguar fans are coming in here, and they're even getting poodles for Big Sirs to sign. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So stop on by and say hello. Lifetime Flooring right here on Phillips between Sunbeam and Bay Meadows. You got a chance to win Dave Matthews Band tickets and a $150 Visa gift card before 4 p.m. today.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
I never knew a man so modest.
Dan Hicken.
I don't know how to put this, but
mornings.
I'm kind of a big deal.
With Jeff Prosser.
Really?
On The Drill.
People know me.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjax.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
The saying goes, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, that is actually true if your neighbor installed artificial turf. Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Sunshine Turf, a family-owned local company that will take your backyard dreams and turn them into a reality. Caleb can design anything from putting greens to pet runs, and if you have a pool, you'll definitely love maintenance-free turf around it. Visit sunshineturf.info to get a free quote today. Sunshine Turf. That's sunshineturf.info.
The Guardian calls it a comedy with a thrust of a well-tuned engine. Chicago Theater called it a whirlwind of mayhem, and the New York Times said it has no right to be this funny. The Alhambra Theater presents Boeing. Set in the 60s, tells the story of a ladies' man pilot and the 3 women who believe they are engaged to him. Sure to sell out? Get your tickets at alhambrajacks.com. alhambrajacks.com.
Sports fans, JJ LaSalva here. When I need to send my bride flowers or a plant for birthdays or anniversaries, I always go with Hume Flowers. After all, they've been the leading florist in these parts for over 75 years. You can always rely on Hume Flowers.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. While we've earned the reputation as North Florida and South Georgia's preeminent official Rolex jeweler, it's important to point out that at Underwoods we carry other watches too. We start with Seiko, the most reliable, serviceable watch made for under $500. And they've started making jeweled, self-winding watches again, and sports watches you'd have to see to believe. Next we have Tavan, the Swiss-made ladies and men's and dress and sport watches, and they start at $575. Another name we carry is Tudor, inspired by Rolex with the same founder and owner, the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation. And their sport watches and chronographs are the rage in Swiss timekeeping, with new in-house watch movements and exciting new model introductions every year. So if you're interested in watches, we have what you want at Underwoods, and all of our watches carry a 5-year warranty. At Underwoods, in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Surf Into Summer. The city of Jacksonville and the Jaguars have agreed to a deal on stadium renovations. Hayes Carlion with his reaction on The Frangie Show.
Bravo to all involved.
Right.
Because, sure, it's not 100% done, but it sure feels like they're 99% done with it. And I commend everyone involved for the manner in which they have conducted themselves. No saber rattling.
Agreed.
It has been done in such a classy, professional manner, and it makes me so proud of our leadership.
It's 95 degrees at 3 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This much we know is true. I want you to hear what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
This much we know is true.
That sounded like my pastor right there.
Everything we see on social media may not be true. Okay? Can we all agree on that, right?
I want you to hear me here. Yeah.
This much is true.
It's presumed.
What we see may not be true.
All right.
All right. So everyone is dying to find out what the schedule is. Matter of fact, last night, Derek DiStefano at the Golf Club Southampton, all the Vals except you. It's driving him crazy because he can't get the schedule because he wants to make plans and everyone wants to make the road trips and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, we're a week later than normal as far as getting the schedule out. And so I'm just going to take this because I'm desperate, all right? And it is a Twitter handle, X handle, Schedule Leaks 24, with a total of 1,000 followers. It may have absolutely no legs to it at all, but to this point, there have been a total of 144 retweets, 144 likes by Jaguar fans or Detroit Lions fans, I presume, because it has been tweeted out, Jags at Lions with schedule leak. Now listen, Mike DiRocco, ESPN, he's been one of the main guys, I'm going to call it a cause, championing this cause to get the Jags on Thanksgiving Day. And going up there and playing Detroit, they are on the schedule, NFC North. You're going to see many. You're going to see Chicago. You're going to see Green Bay. You're going to see the Chicago Bears. I would love it, Leon.
Have we ever been on Thanksgiving?
No.
Never?
No.
Even when I played?
No.
Good. I was always home. Good.
No.
All right.
And so when you think about it like that, wouldn't it be kind of cool?
Yeah. Especially in Detroit, where they get it every year, and Detroit's going to be pretty good. So
yeah,
that would definitely be a test for the Jaguars going on the road Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The Lions.
And so when you think about it, the minimal number of teams, how many teams have not played on Thanksgiving?
Cleveland, Tampa, Jets. I'm going to go say 10. I'm going to say 10.
Oh, I'm definitely not saying that. I'm
No?
going to say that's a lot, bro.
That's a lot. It's a lot of bad teams.
I'm going to say 3.
All right, it's hard to believe this, and I'm not even going to make this my Corona call, and I got another Corona call coming up in just a little bit. The only team to have never played on Thanksgiving are the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is it.
That's
and so that's why D-Rock has been on it, basically saying this is going to happen. He believes it's going to happen. Just a couple of other ones from the guy with 1,000 followers. I don't know whether he's telling the truth or not. But the Titans at the Chargers with a schedule leak on Thanksgiving Day. And then you got a couple of other ones, Washington and Giants, Week 17. That's no shock because that would be two NFC least teams facing off against one another. But I do love the fact that you got Jags Lions. It's a possibility.
Let me just say this about it's part schedule, part we were talking before. These people in the text line are not happy with you guys.
Oh yeah,
at all.
At all
about Trevor. About 9 or 10. You said 9. He said 10 quarterbacks you'd take over him.
I say 11.
Oh, I believe they're hot.
It's 10 and 11. I'm sorry.
I believe it. They're probably hot over that, huh?
Well, I will say this. Okay, and you guys again, you call me whatever you want to call me with Trevor. I don't care. There might be, maybe 3 or 4 quarterbacks I'd take instead of him.
You would take.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So you talk about pom-poms.
60 turnovers in all, man.
Oh, my God.
60 turnovers in all.
Pom-pom, you are.
Because
who are the 3 or 4?
Because I understand the turnovers. I get it. A lot of these problems are not his, man. You guys got to understand that. They're not helping him out.
We're going to pass the buck, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of them were.
Look,
I want you passing the buck
now.
That's
just you being the O-lineman, all that is.
I'm just saying. I'm saying you're passing the buck.
I have maintained from last year to this year.
I would take. Okay, hang on. I would not take Josh Allen over him. By the way, I wouldn't.
Okay, I think.
That's going to be the first one. You're
anyone who says that, I think you are drinking some teal Kool-Aid because Josh Allen is a uber productive guy. Take a look at the points. Take a look at the lack of run game that guy has had, and he has made mountains of points.
I agree with you. Yep, 100% I agree with you.
And constantly keeps them in games. Anyone who doesn't think Josh Allen right now is operating, even with his turnovers, at a better, efficient offensive clip than Trevor you're not being real.
Okay, you're asking me who I'm taking.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're asking
Josh
me
Allen.
if I'm taking a starter. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence over Josh Allen. Yeah. Right now in this season, if I'm taking all things being equal, as far as like the teams, right?
This is not Lifetime Bar and Grill. This is Lifetime Flooring. He has not been guzzling or anything like that.
No, I'm saying all things being equal. Like, we're not even talking about the Bills and the Jags. We're just talking about 2 quarterbacks.
The quarterbacks.
You're putting them on a team.
Yeah.
I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, yes.
Okay, all right. That's beautiful. Yes. All right, who else? You said there's only so many you're taking. You're only taking 3 or 4.
I'm only taking probably three or 4, yeah, tops.
No, you said 3. Yeah.
Mahomes, obviously, is 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to think now.
You're not taking golf over him?
No, I'm not.
Wow.
No chance I'm taking golf.
No chance. No way. Guy who was in the NFC Championship game.
I mean, I'm looking right now. So far, I'm not taking El Boogie over him either.
Right.
Wow. 2-time MVP.
So 2-time MVP, you're not taking it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No.
That is genius. Listen, I don't have any problem if you want to go down that road after.
I take Burrow over him, definitely.
Okay. You said 3.
That's 2. We're at 2 right now, right?
No, you said
you ain't taking El
Boogie. I know. We're saying we're at 2 right now. That's what I'm saying.
You got Mahomes and
I got Mahomes and Burrow.
Okay.
You guys are going to be really upset. I take Stroud over him. That's 3, and I can't see anyone else actually.
I do love it.
Are you serious?
I do love it.
That's 3.
Wait a minute. You took Stroud over a 2-time MVP. And a guy led his team to the NFC Championship.
Would I take Stroud over Lamar?
And a guy who led his team to the Super Bowl.
Would I take Stroud over Lamar?
No.
100%.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it would.
All right.
The game is a vertical passing game.
Yeah, I know.
Did you guys not watch that cat last year?
Wow.
I love the one that on the text line that says Josh Allen's never beaten Trevor. I do love that because it is factually true. But it's Josh Allen against this defense, it's Trevor against that defense. We have seen some tremendous games, even when Herb was running the show with that 9-6 gym that we were treated to here. And look, that defense, that was one of Josh Allen's in teal better games that he's had in his career against Josh Allen in blue. And I love seeing Bill's Mafia go down. Trust me on that. But, yeah, I just start looking at it, and I love the skill set and the totality of what Trevor can be. I just haven't seen enough that convinces me he can be that. Okay, another one. Lamar is just a stat producer. Well, that is the name of the game, is it not? Okay? He has struggled in the postseason. There is no question about that.
I actually think the name of the game is winning postseason games.
Well, him and Lamar have the same amount of wins in postseason. No, Lamar has one more, actually.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
He has 2.
Yeah, he has at least 2. And so he's doubled him. But he has struggled in the postseason. That's going to be he makes it to the AFC Championship game and they don't win. Just so happens it's going up against Mahomes. Mahomes has beaten a lot of people.
Right, but with a
away.
much better cast of characters around him than this team has.
Yes. Yeah. That's how he became the MVP, with a very good coach, a very good run game, a really good defense. A lot of those things have aided Lamar Jackson. A lot of these things here have not helped Trevor Lawrence. But come on. Like, as much as I want to see 16 succeed.
Okay, let's look at it this way. If Trevor Lawrence is on that, is quarterback in that Ravens team, what do they do last year?
They get bounced by KC.
In the championship game.
Yeah.
One thing about what Kansas City has done.
I mean, you can't argue that.
They turn a lot of people away.
Obviously, because it's KC and it's Mahomes. You can't argue that.
It'll be a different book, same story.
I'm not disagreeing with you because right now with Mahomes, until someone beats him, forget it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But I will say this, it's a different team. If he's on that Ravens team playing, that's a different Ravens team.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a game, man. I'll tell you that.
But here's the reason. Listen, but if the OC, who his philosophy was run the ball and play action, if he had stuck to his guns instead of trying to go toe-to-toe with Mahomes, then maybe the Ravens beat them. Because KC didn't score in the second half.
Yeah, OC kind of lost his mind a little bit, too.
OC lost his mind.
A lot of maybes.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is you can lose your mind and don't run the ball, and you still got 16 back there throwing the ball.
Yeah. Like, what is the – when we talk –
I mean, Lamar's got to make plays at some point in the passing game, does he not?
Absolutely.
But we play a lot of what-ifs.
We can protect him all we want, saying that, they called the wrong game. At the end of the day, he's got to make throws, and he didn't. And hasn't in the playoffs.
Well, I know what some of
Insert either one of their names there.
Insert either one of whose names?
Trevor or Lamar.
Right.
Both of them have to make those throws. They have to make critical decisions at the right time, at the goal line when we're throwing it inbounds. There's a lot of things that cost them games. That was against Baltimore.
Oh, I don't disagree with that at all.
And Trevor's 2 MVPs behind Lamar Jackson.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I can't argue that. All I'm telling you is if I'm starting a team right now, I'm taking Trevor over Lamar Jackson. I am.
Interesting.
It's beautiful. I do love it.
It's a throwing vertical league.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And at some point, you've got to throw the ball because most any team, especially the playoff teams, can stop the run. They will figure out a way to stop the run. You've got to throw the ball.
What about Brock Purdy?
I'd take him over Brock Purdy, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's like we just
imagine Trevor in that offense.
Right. I was just going to say.
I can't imagine
you
it because
keep
it's not
doing
in
that.
Offense. I know what I see.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy took his team to a Super Bowl. I know what I saw.
Right. You can keep doing that, but the guy that was in that offense did succeed. He completed close to 70% of his passes. He got them in the
every
end
other
zone.
49ers quarterback under Shanahan.
Darnold didn't do it.
I mean,
Trey Lance didn't do it.
Look what Matt Ryan did with Shanahan.
Okay, we are going back in time now.
No, but I'm saying he knows how to produce quarterbacks and highly efficient play is what I'm saying.
I get it. But I just love the ifs. It's the ifs for your argument and not the ifs for this argument.
Wait. What's the if in my argument?
Because if you
all I said was imagine him in that offense is all I said.
Yes, it would be great. He would be successful. He would be coached well. He certainly would operate and run it well. It's so funny. It's like like off the text line, I bet if we asked fans of other teams if they would trade their quarterback for Trevor, the results would flip. There would be only maybe a dozen or so who would take Trevor over their guy. Well, I think there's only about a dozen, and he's included in this conversation, that the team is 100% happy with their quarterback. The drop-off point after 12 in the National Football League with teams that are happy with their quarterback, it falls off quickly. It really, really does.
I got you know what? This is a great point by the 866 on the text line. Only team that gets worse with Trevor Lawrence is Kansas City. No other team regresses.
Yeah, it's a very good way to put it.
How do we know that, though?
Yeah, I know. It's a very good way to put it.
I mean, we've watched him the way he throws the ball. All right? When they can protect him and when their receivers are actually, like, running the right routes and getting open.
Yeah, he shows
he's
everything you want to see.
He's a hell of a quarterback, man.
So this is what it boils down to. Is that, and I do believe Trevor shares in this, he has to make quicker, more effective decisions.
Yes, I'm not.
Okay?
Wait. I've been the guy who's been going after him all summer. 60 turnovers is unacceptable, man.
But when he decides,
you cannot do that in the NFL.
Well, is another thing. There's no such thing as a perfect dish. You're saying if all these variables are in place that Trevor will succeed, there's no perfect dish in the NFL.
No, there's not.
So I mean, you've got to maneuver and cook whatever meal you got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I need to see you if we got the worst, I need to see you good. If we got
but one guy's got a Vienna sausage in a can. The other guy's got sausage guy sausages.
But
man.
I'll give you an example. Joe Burrow got sacked 70 times and still managed to figure out a way to get his team to the big game. That does mean something.
I mean, he also had Jamar Chase and Higgins and.
Well, yeah,
but he had some pretty good players around him too.
And
that defense also pretty good.
Did this team have pretty good players around him offensively
in 2022? Yeah.
Listen,
and you got a fumble at the 5-yard line. That game changed.
Listen, if Joe Burrow had our offensive line, they win that Super Bowl. That offensive line that he had was terrible.
It got
Are you serious?
Quite a bit.
Close.
All right. You guys can jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We're hanging out at Lifetime Flooring. I did find out quickly there's a little bit of a rivalry between Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Okay.
Why?
Because they're competitive. This is not unlike the AFC South or anything. They compete, man. They come in here. The enclosure guys come in here, talk trash. Flooring
we haven't
guys
gone
go
over
back
there
there
yet.
talk trash.
We got to go over there real quick on the break and check it out.
All right, so you can drop on by Lifetime Flooring. They've got a chance for you to win Dave Matthews Band tickets. That is the concert at Dailies at the end of the month. You'll be able to give mom that as a Mother's Day prize, but you've got to get here before 4. Make sure you get your name in the hat. Plenty have, but you've got a great chance to win them along with a $150 Visa gift card courtesy of Lifetime Flooring. So drop on by. It's XL Primetime. Joe C., Matt Hayes, Big Leon Searcy, Denmark hanging out here. RJ holding it down.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Your afternoon Uber drivers.
Come on, let's take a ride.
The Franchi Show.
It's a big mobile.
Let us give you a lift.
0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
Afternoons 4 to 6 on 1010XL.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Frank Frangie here for South State Bank. Look, I depend on South State for so many things: personal accounts, small business banking, and banking for our nonprofit. South State Bank can help you reach all your financial goals too, whether you're just starting out or focused on financial planning. South State offers convenience with their online and mobile banking. You should check out South State Bank, as they were recently recognized by Forbes as one of America's best banks. That's South State, banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
After consulting with several orthopedic specialists about my constant knee pain, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Chris Swanson to handle my surgery. Their professionalism let me know this team was the one for me. The surgery was very successful, and if I ever have a future need, I'll continue to trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to take care of me.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
We'll never know how much our moms did for us when we were young.
I have cooked, cleaned, scrubbed.
1010XL helps you say thanks with gift ideas from
Beaches Dermatology, Sawgrass Marriott Spa, and Kuhn Flowers
at 1010XL.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, obviously the warmer temperatures are already here. And if you're like me, you want that oppressive Florida heat to stay outside your house. That's why I'm such a fan of Pella Windows and Doors. By now we know that windows are the #1 way that heat gets in and the cold gets out. So when you're ready for the stylish design and energy efficiency that comes from Pella Windows and Doors, visit their showroom on Phillips Highway, just north of Bay Meadows, or you can always find them online at PellaJacks.com. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Rotator cuff tears are the most common overhead injuries I see. In order to avoid shoulder issues, make sure not to overload the front of the shoulder while also focusing on developing good scapular strength and maintaining flexibility in your lats. Proper hydration, nutrition, and supplementation are also crucial to joint and muscle health. Go Jag.
Mia here. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you never miss a shot to cash in on a play. You can even live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide, cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with house money using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
What is North America's largest freshwater fish? The answer coming up.
How long has it been since you compared homeowners' insurance rates? Log on to southernoak.com to find an agent or get an instant quote online. Find us at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
North America's largest freshwater fish is the sturgeon, which this time of year you'll find swimming around in the Great Lakes.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being selfless. So often when we do things for others, we can want people to see what we're doing and to acknowledge it. And yes, it's good to know that people appreciate us, but true service doesn't look for recognition. You see, when we go out and do selfless acts, God tells us that we may not get an earthly reward, but we're always going to get a heavenly reward.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
We've had a good time inside the Lifetime Flooring showroom here today. XL Primetime, Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Leon Searcy. We are hanging out at Lifetime Flooring, which is right here on Phillips Highway, and the drill has been here a bunch. They've gotten you accustomed to Lifetime enclosures, which brings you the text line, which is right behind Lifetime Flooring. But it's cool for XLP to be out here. We appreciate it, that's for sure. And they've all taken care of us. There's no question about it. And you could be taken care of with their Mother's Day special. You got a chance for you to win tickets to the Dave Matthews Band concert. That's at the end of the month at Daly's Place. You can definitely take advantage of that as an opportunity to win for Mom and a $150 Visa gift card to go along with it. So that's a killer prize. Mama, that's for sure. You can come on by. We got the grand opening, food, all sorts of things going on. Special offers Saturday, 10A to 3P. Tanya and everybody here, they've been great to us, taking care of us, that's for sure. Now, we have got plenty on the text line to sign by Lifetime enclosures as far as the Jags are concerned and whether or not you would take any of these other quarterbacks over Trevor. And it's just so funny, the kind of variety of opinions that have been out there. But I do like either the stubbornness or the committedness to any of your argument. I did laugh when one of them said, because I'm arguing that I would take Josh Allen over Trevor. And one of the guys points out, he goes, Joe, we have got to get back to that comment about Josh Allen, that he came in here and he lost to Urban Meyer. He goes, he couldn't beat Urban Meyer, bro. And I'm like, that actually is an excellent point. Funny and true. Now, to bring 1 point to light as far as Trevor and the interceptions, and if you're on the Trevor side of this argument, the Jacksonville Jaguars drafting what they think will be a deep threat in the first round, if that helps him, that will help your argument too. It'll prove that better pieces around him make him better. Let's do the Corona call it on that subject.
He's going to drain it. It all comes down to this.
Oh! How did you call that?
Game recognized game.
Game recognizes game. Listen, we had a big time with Corona for Tres de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo, and you can have a delicious, delicious Corona this evening. You can go happy hour, you can go late night, whatever. Put a lime in it. Don't if you don't want to, but enjoy a cold Corona, spring, summer, whenever you're enjoying it. That's for sure. And they are proud supporters of your Jacksonville Jaguars. That's for sure. So let's get to this question. Because Brian Thomas was drafted, they traded, went to that 23rd spot, selected him, led the nation in college football with the most receiving touchdowns last year, 17 that he took to the house. I want to know, we were talking earlier, maybe earlier this week or last week, about him getting 1,000 yards, okay? I want to know the gap in time between Jimmy Smith and a 1,000-yard receiving season and the next receiver or receivers to gain 1,000 yards in a season. All right? Jimmy Smith, by the way, had an outstanding number of 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Matter of fact, if I have my memory correct, and I'm sure a Jaguar fan will help me here, I believe he had 7 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons. All right? I think a total of 9.
He had like 9 and 11 years.
Yeah, I think it's a total of 9 for Jimmy Smith. Bottom line is, give me the next receiver or receivers and the gap in time between Jimmy Smith with 1,000 yards receiving for the Jaguars and the next year and the next guy or guys to do.
Why do I want to say the last guy to do it was, in between there was Christian Kirk in 22. Why do I want to say that, Leon?
Allen Hurns,
So
Robertson, they had 1,000.
They had 1,000?
Robertson had to have 1,000 because he went to the Pro Bowl that year.
I do love the music, RJ. You have really heightened the anticipation.
I'm going to go with Robertson. I'm going to go Allen Robertson. And that was 2015.
He was an alternate, wasn't he?
Yeah, he could have been. Listen, I was 4 straight alternates, so I'll take that.
No, no, but I mean, like as an alternate, he could have had 920 yards.
He could have, yeah, he could have. But I think he. I'm gonna go Allen Robinson, 2015.
By the way, A-Rob just signed.
I'm gonna say that was Jimmy retired.
So Jimmy's last 1,000-yard season then was gonna be what, 2001?
No, he had some after that, bro.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm going to say Robertson, I'm going to say 10 years.
So 5 to 15?
2005.
Jimmy had 5?
Jimmy was a monster.
Wow.
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Jimmy should be in the Hall of Fame. You're right. I'll go with that. I'll go with Leon's. I don't know why I wanted to say Christian.
All right, let me tell you something. For anybody who was a fan of the Jaguars through the years, you probably got a really good feel for how many times you haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver. And it is a gut punch because when you realize the gap in time, it is crazy how long you had to go. But I am, like, uber impressed with Big Searcy, okay? I am hit it, RJ, because you know what he just did? He just called it, man.
He nailed both?
He just called it. Are you ready for this? Now, I want you boys to look at this. This is unbelievable. Hang on. Let me get to the right one.
Man.
Huh?
He is so good at this
Let me get to this. All right. Let me give it to you. Okay? This is how long it's been. Okay? Jimmy Smith, all right. I'm going to give you his 1,000-yard seasons. Jimmy Smith in 1996, in 97, in 98, in 99, in 2000, in 2001, in 2002. Then he skipped a year, 2004, 2005. Bingo to you. The next year there were 1,000-yard receivers on this football team was a full damn decade later. From 2005 to 2015, that's how big the gap was, and it was both Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson. So Searcy nailed it. Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson, and Hurns just barely went over 1,000 yards. 1,031, A-Rob with 1,400. That was the year that the boat went for 35 touchdowns, 4,000 yards.
Right, that was all those catch-up yards,
yeah,
right.
1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns for A-Rob that year.
DJ Chark have a 1,000-yard season too?
Okay, so listen to this. So then you go from A-Rob and Hurns, and you go 4 more years until 2019 for DJ Chark.
Right.
Then you don't get to another one until you get to Christian Kirk in 2022, and then Calvin Ridley this past year. That, ladies and gentlemen, all of Duval is a disaster. Okay, that is a damn disaster. So if you want to argue, and it's so funny because I do love the fact that great points were made either on one side or the other as far as what's causing maybe Trevor to have this many turnovers, what's holding him back. Obviously, better line play, guys running the right routes, all those things would help. But when you don't have a 1,000-yard cat in your huddle, and we can go to the, as you said, Burrow's got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. He's got all these guys.
And
Josh
Boyd.
Allen. Yeah, and
they
Tyler
had
Boyd.
Literally 3 legit receivers.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd's a good player. Definitely a good player.
And Azuma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tight end had 2 when they went to Super Bowl. Really had him a good year. He was up in New York this last year. I'm pretty sure.
And an All-Pro running back.
Yeah. Mixon was pretty. I don't know if he was All-Pro, but he was good. And a lousy offensive line.
Sorry, Pro Bowl.
Yeah, lousy offensive line. That was the one thing that was pretty obvious as far as the Bengals were concerned. But that's why I do believe, and I'm not crazy about drafting a wide receiver in the first round, but I knew they needed it. And so now you've got to have him take people away from the line of scrimmage.
That's a big responsibility for a rookie.
Yeah.
He was literally drafted to stretch the defense with his speed. So I mean, yeah, if he can do what he was drafted to do, absolutely. I'm sure he's going to have success. But that's a big task for a rookie to take over.
Yeah,
You're putting him at the number 1 position. You're putting him as the number 1 receiver, although he's not proven to be one.
Right. So you're going to put him in that X role, and he's just, as long as he can take a corner with him and pull a safety at some time, at some point in a game, roll some coverage. If he makes a few catches down the field, especially with a big body, then all of a sudden defensive coordinators go, okay, where is Brian Thomas? Is he wearing 7? I think he might have put 7 on. He's wearing 7.
Yeah,
so where is 7? Okay, and if that happens, Christian Kirk, we know how he can get the big chunk yard plays. He can move the chains. We know how Evan Ingram can exploit a mismatch and based on coverage, and he can read little soft spots.
I mean, in theory, your one receiver is not only a guy that can get deep and force them to roll a safety, but a guy that can also, in case he's bracketed, can beat that coverage and still catch a ball.
Yeah.
And separate from man coverage. He's got to do all that in year 1. That's a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask.
Yeah,
but
from a rookie.
Yeah, but like we said, you start taking a look at what those receivers did last year, rookie wide receivers, Puka Nacua being the one that I love more than any of the other ones. I mean, those cats went out there and got the job done. And when we're looking at this depth chart, you're asking Gabe Davis to eat up some opportunities.
He can run, too.
Okay,
man.
he can run. So you're asking him to do that. You're asking Kirk to do that. And those two guys are already going to be hard to defend because they're experienced. Mm-hmm. And then you throw the idea of Brian Thomas stepping in there and getting that done. That to me is a good thing. All right, so that's been fun listening to you guys. We'll come back and probably stay on that theme a little bit before we finish out our show today. Lifetime Flooring right here on Phillips Highway. You can definitely drop on by and see all that they have to offer. Dave Matthews Band tickets. We still have some time for you to register for those. And $150 Visa gift card going right along with it, courtesy of Lifetime Flooring and XL Primetime.
Oh! How did you call that?
Game recognized game.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. From Duval to the world,
Everyone can hear.
download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
Nimnick Chevrolet is Northeast Florida's Silverado truck headquarters. Frank Frangie here. With new shipments arriving daily, Nimnick Chevrolet has the best selection of Silverado trucks on the ground in town. Nimnick Chevrolet is conveniently located on the corner of Park and Cassett Avenue or online at nimnickchevy.com. Nimnick Chevrolet is family-owned and operated. No one cares more about their customers before and after the sale. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is Dr. George Barry inviting you to look online at barryorthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now. You can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 9, 1987, Orioles first baseman Eddie Murray is the first to switch hit home runs in 2 consecutive games.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Andrew Gibson here, sports fans, and the next time you're driving by Kuhn Flowers on Beach Boulevard, why not stop in and smell the roses? Kuhn Flowers has totally changed the face of their store inside and out. Send someone you love a floral arrangement today from Kuhn Flowers.
All right, guys, be a true grill master with the Sausage Dudes sausage and upgrade that cookout. The Sausage Dudes are guys from Jacksonville who use their family recipes to make better sausage with the best cuts of pork, carefully sourced spices, and natural casings. And the Sausage Dudes are mission-minded, supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida. Try all 4 flavors because your cookout deserves better. Now available at all Publix stores in the frozen meat section. Head to Publix today and get your hands on the Sausage Dudes sausage.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
I-9 Sports wants to make sure kids all over the First Coast can enjoy growing up on a field or in a gym. And right now, summer and fall registration is open. So make sure you find out what I-9 Sports offers in your area across Duval, Clay, and St. John's. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free from credit cards, car loans, and personal loans. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards. Get some money for a home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool. On 1010XL.
We've enjoyed our time here at Lifetime Flooring, almost wrapping it up. 15 minutes till we hand it off to the Frangie Show. And you guys that have dropped by, we totally appreciate it. Don't forget, you're coming by on Saturday with their it's not grand opening, shouldn't say that. It's Mother's Day special from 10 to 3 p. They will be here with their open house with food, drinks, discounts, special gift for mothers this Mother's Day weekend. And you can call the experts here at Lifetime Flooring about their buy one room, get one free promotion through Memorial Day, 0% financing, and they can help with any budget. That's for sure. Make sure you drop on by and check them out Saturday, 10 to 3 p. if we miss you before 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Mother's Day Ultimate Gift Night Out. Dave Matthews Band at Daly's Place, the $150 Visa gift card. We're going to get Denmark to draw the winner as we go off the air. We'll make sure that we get in touch with the winners, that's for sure. We've had a good time. I tell you what, we've been talking all about the offense and Trevor and where he is, and I just gave you the stat about a decade of receiving drought in Duval. When you have to go that long between 1,000-yard receivers. Let's do the 10-10 take on that subject right now.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
So Sonny's, you can find them all over the First Coast. You know you're going to get great barbecue. You know they're going to try and serve you fast with a great meal, and you can definitely count on it with their tremendous side selection on their menu. Make sure you look for them all over the First Coast. So we're looking for answers with this football team. This football team gave up roughly 4 more points a game and scored about a field goal less per game down the stretch. That's why they lost 5 of the last 6. They couldn't stop anybody, and they couldn't score the points that they were used to scoring. So 33rd team comes out with the top offenses after the draft has taken place. No surprise the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be one of the highly regarded offenses. And they even have Zay Jones entertaining the idea of maybe going there. The Miami Dolphins are considered one of the top offenses. You can guess some of the others. The San Francisco 49ers, along with a couple of other ones that are going to be at the top of the charts when it comes to scoring points, like the Buffalo Bills. What's it going to take for this football team to get in that conversation? Well, on the heels of our conversation, cleaning up the turnovers, protecting a little bit longer. We're only talking about a second longer, ladies and gentlemen, a second longer for Trevor Lawrence to get the ball out and Brian Thomas to become a star that can make things difficult for defenses. That's the 10-10 take, because right now, unfortunately, they're a middle-of-the-pack offense. They dipped into that 16, 17, 18, 19 category with points and yards. They got to fix that. They got to fix that.
You say only a second. Ask Leon how long a second is.
Oh, I know. That's what. And I'm joking.
It's a flipping lifetime.
Yeah,
eternity.
When I look at Leon, I'm like, only a second, because so much can happen in that amount of time. That's basically another 10 yards for Brian Thomas or Christian Kirk or anybody to get down the field. And they got to have that.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely have to have it. I mean, what I would like to see this team do is to impose their will on teams on both sides of the ball, on offensively and defensively. I like to see it go vertical. You know what I like to see them be? The freaking Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, they impose their will on you. Running the ball, they got a solid offensive line. They run the ball, they protect, they stretch you vertically. Defensively, they get after you. They're physical, they're tough, they get sacks, they get pressures, all that kind of stuff.
It's like they're tough and sleek.
They are. They absolutely.
They just can't protect the lead, that's all.
That's it, they can't.
Those
That's all
savages.
they can do.
19
that's
to 1 choice.
Exactly. They can't protect the lead.
I got to pull that Band-Aid off, right?
Yeah, you have
I
to
got to open that scab, man, every time.
Yeah. Put a little salt on it.
19 to 1 choice that I had in taking them to the Super Bowl. Unbelievable. All right, we'll find out soon about this time next week. We'll be talking about that schedule because it's going to be unveiled next Wednesday night. And whether or not the Jags are going to end up in Detroit on Thanksgiving, we'll find out. We're not quite sure whether that's going to happen or not. But, yeah, they're tough and they're sleek, okay, meaning they've got the Amon-Ra's. They've got really, as soon as their tight end was drafted, he was catching the football. Didn't it seem like that? Second round, Sam Laporta. As soon as he was drafted,
as soon as their edge guy was drafted, he was killing the quarterback.
They don't miss on picks.
Yeah.
They
haven't.
don't miss on picks for the last 3 years.
Yeah, and Brad Holmes is an outstanding GM based on what they've done up there. And so this is when it comes down to balky time. He's got to make sure that he made enough good decisions that he can, in this chess game that we love to watch and see how it unfolds, is did he make enough good moves? Is he playing checkers when they're playing chess? We can come up with all sorts of ways to describe it. But they found starters. They just got to make sure they find good starters that are going to be able to compete every single Sunday.
If Mason Smith becomes the player he was as a freshman, he's got to steal. There's no doubt he's got to steal.
There's value.
If he doesn't, that's a blown pick, a second-round pick.
Yeah. I think the second round is the biggest question mark for me. And two defensive players off of that LSU team that did struggle. Jordan Jefferson, I like what I see tape-wise. He's a fourth-rounder. You can take a chance there, but that second-rounder is going to be a question. Jarian Jones in the third round, I love what I see from him, and Garrett Prince. These guys all got to come together. They really do. And they were giving up, basically, in the end, down the stretch, 24 points a game. That can't happen.
No, I mean, it's also – you know, and I hear people say, "Well, Jarian Jones he's not going to start. He's not a guy that's going to start for them." Well, if you're that team, the Jaguars, and you have a third-round pick, you have 3 picks in the first. What was it? 60? What was it? 3 picks in the first 90-something, whatever it was. Those guys got to be impact guys.
Well, Jarian Jones has to compete for that job.
He's
with Ronald Darby.
Yes. I mean, that was your most glaring weakness going in the draft, and you're telling me the guy you drafted is not going to compete or even start for that job? He's got to go in there thinking that's going to be my job. And again, that's a guy that most draft experts, whatever you want think of draft experts, had him going in the 5th or 6th round. So did they overdraft him? I mean, we'll see. We're going to find out quickly, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. And I see the skill set, and I've heard pluses and minuses as far as the evaluation
he looked really good
goes.
At times at Florida State,
yes.
no doubt. No doubt about it.
And then he did look a little lost at times. So, I mean, that has happened with a number of guys. Tyson Campbell was criticized when he came into the league because he didn't play the ball. And some regarded him as not the best cornerback on that Georgia team, remember? Well, he blossomed into a pretty good player the last couple of years. He got hurt at the end of last season. Is this year his salad year? It's time to get some lettuce.
This is money. This is money year.
Yeah. And so he needs to stay healthy, and he's learned how to play the ball. And so between the Prince of Oxford and and Jarian, they all got to come in here and figure out how to.
Listen, let me tell you something about your money here. You find a way to stay healthy your money here. I'm telling you,
you are correct, sir.
You find a way to stay healthy your money here. All those little nicks and bruises that you might have taken in practice or a game off for, that doesn't happen anymore. Listen. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Smart man has spoken. All right, speaking of getting fed, you got to thank your guys.
Yeah, I got to thank my guy Jake Moore of Jake
He's
Moore's
one of your
Barbecue.
dudes.
Yeah, he's got his own food truck. He came out there and gave us the platter.
Yeah.
He's also a sponsor for my golf tournament, June 14th at Queens Harbor. If you want to sponsor, go to my page on Facebook. If you want to become a sponsor of my golf tournament, got celebrity golf tournament, got NBA, NFL, and boxers coming to the golf tournament. It's about 20 celebrities.
Lifetime Flooring's going to
Oh yeah, Lifetime.
too, right?
Yeah, Lifetime Flooring and Exposure. They just came up to me and told me that they're going to sponsor as well.
All right, good. June 14th.
June 14th, Queens Harbor.
All right, that's awesome. All right, we are out of here. We say thank you to Lifetime Flooring, and right behind them, Lifetime Enclosures, the big team that always works together, maybe offense versus defense, the way they were competing today, but they're all Lifetime, and we say thank you to them, that's for sure. All right, we'll be back in studio tomorrow. Big Searcy is the day off. We'll have Coach Campo coming in with us, but we had a great time. RJ, good job, as always, back there. Denmark, I'm telling you, above average. You were above average today on the road.
Oh, you got to hurt him like that.
I love that man. I love that man. All right, we are done. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Searcy. You got the Francis Show coming up next.